lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite books that came out this week. I'm going to be talking about the 350th issue of Spawn. Before I get into it, I just want to thank everybody that's already subscribed to the channel. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. We got a bunch of dope content on here. Interviews, overviews, going through single issues, new stuff, old stuff, artist editions, hardcovers. So a bunch of dope stuff to check out. So hit that subscribe button and now join me as I go through Spawn 350 by Rory McConville, Todd McFarlane, Brett Booth, Carlo, Barberi, Adelso Corona, J. David Ramos. Important note, Tom Orzechowski, lettering since day one. Basically, it's been leading up from issue 100 ever since Spawn killed Malebolgia and the throne of hell has been left. With no one sitting on the throne of hell, who's going to become the new monarch of hell, basically? And let me tell you, surprised me when I read it. What I've really been digging over, obviously, full disclosure, I haven't read every single issue of Spawn. I haven't read all the spin-offs. I've read a good amount of Spawn. I have been basically keeping up ever since leading into 300, maybe missed a couple here or there, but really cool, to have Wanda back and she's basically been watching from the sidelines and, trying to basically keep him on the right path. Al Simmons, and, it's his ex-wife and she's passed, she's dead, but she's been sent by heaven to guide him. And we're seeing all the, demons of hell. They're going back and forth. We got She-Spawn, we got Monolith, Redeemer, the whole crew from the Scorch. Everything has been leading to this. All the titles have been, kind of gearing up for this. And they're looking for Sin, who's trying to steal the throne of hell from Al. That's who he feels like is gonna, it's basically it's either him or Spawn that's gonna take that throne. And it won't be the clown over his dead body, So, bunch of dope art in here. I love seeing, Carlo Barberi has been doing a great job. But it's cool to see, Brett Booth, who's been doing a great job on Gunslinger Spawn. He is now going to be taking over art duties going forward. If you've been following along, Clown has kind of gotten a little bit of a redesign. He doesn't quite look like he did back in the, the beginning of this series. This is just this is everything you want in an anniversary issue. I don't think he's ever looked as dope. The Violator hasn't looked that cool, dude. I love how he's all yoked out. What's really cool is over it all, a silent observer, and it's the skull of Malebolgia. When it says, several have tried to claim the throne, but he was the last true king of hell. His death was the spark that started this entire crisis that's been going on for 250 issues. And then we got Spawn coming into the mix. Got a gun forged deep in heaven's celestial furnace, designed specifically to eliminate a necroplasm-powered hell spawn with a single lethal shot. And dude, Sin's just he takes it, man, because he's got so much power because he's got an army of hell spawns coursing through him. And while I really loved issue 300, dope issue, I really dig this because this is just knockdown brawling between all of these enemies that have been enemies for such a long time. Of course, you got the chains everywhere, dude. I love it, man. This is such a sick issue. And, Violator will be damned if any human gets to sit on that throne. And then Sin just coming with the bars, dude. He's like, there's a reason you never ruled hell. You're trapped in the past. A human will sit upon that throne, either myself or Simmons, but under no circumstances will I allow it to be you. You aren't built to handle its power. And he's like, that's a reason why your master never put the symbiote on you, because he knew that you were incapable of being a master. And right here, next page, boom, just rips his head apart. Is this the end of the Violator as we know it? I don't know, but it certainly looks like this is it. We see the freaking guts and the spinal cord ripped out. Here comes Al. Again, knocked down, brawling in here. This is one hell of a good-looking Spawn comic, dude. And then just when we think, Spawn's defeated, we see this bright light and what's happening. But first, before we find out, we see that, we go back 5 minutes ago. We see Spawn coming through the halls as he's being told, you can't do this. I don't care what I have to do. You can't take the throne. And he says, I know that's why I'm here. It's you. You're the one who needs to take the throne, not me. And this person doesn't want it. And he says, like, whoever sits, their powers multiply. I can't be trusted with that kind of power. And we get a little flashback again of Wanda pleading with Al, it corrupts everybody. There has to be someone else. And Spawn saying, it has to be somebody else, somebody that has a chance of resisting the throne's influence. And he says, though, you can. And we find out it's Nyx. So Nyx has been in the mix of, like, going to battle too during this whole war in hell. And now she's been convinced to take the throne. And we see in her new regalia, you can see kind of like the Spawn influence. You got a little bit of difference of if you see her outfit here. She's got this crown. Sin thinks he's going to go after her. Nope. Destroys him. And she says, like they could have worked together, but no one tells the great Spawn what to do, right? And now we see, she basically tells of his arrogance, your mistakes. I don't know why it happened, but somewhere along the line, you lost your way, and you need to change that, and soon, because I can see far beyond all of this now, and you have no idea what's coming for you. Very ominous of what's going to take place, post this fantastic, anniversary issue. And she says, get out. You're not welcome in hell anymore. You can see the worry in his face, like, what if they made a mistake? And she just says goodbye. And then we get, this dude, Alzafont, who, groveling up to the queen, kind of trying to suck up to her. And she's, basically saying, I need you to give me a list, potential candidates for the new advisory council. I won't repeat myself. Get it done. And we get this sick full page spread of Nyx with this dope looking crown. And I dig this like new outfit she's got. Now we come back to Earth. We see some of the Spawn from hell. We see Spawn over here calling out for Wanda because she disappeared in all of the mix, going on. And so, he doesn't know. What has he done? He comes, She-Spawn comes up and she's like, why would you let Nyx take the throne? And he's like, I'll let you know later. And he just doesn't understand, like, what happened, why all these like demons from hell are here, and his powers aren't working. And he's like, I'm nowhere near a dead zone, which will usually kill the powers of a Spawn. Yet as he's fighting them, he realizes, oh shit, this is too easy. Like, they must have lost their powers as well. She-Spawn's lost her powers. Cool little wrap up for Carlo Barberi's long run that he's been doing for the past 4 years. He's getting to do this epilogue story. Super fun. We see Monolith, Redeemer, both lost their powers. And then he says the green world has taken over. Because while you disappeared into hell, the dead zones have been expanding, and it's taken over the entire planet. And then we see the story for next time is Earth pays the price for Hell's new queen. Get a cool letter from Todd thanking the fans. And we get some pencils by Brett Booth. Cool to see his line work uninked, uncolored. Really dope. But fantastic issue. Spawn continues to just be a fun read. I gotta say, like, you get an oversized issue. It's only $5. Todd's always making sure his price point is the best, I think, in comics. Regular issues are $2.99. You get cardstock covers. And I love this McFarlane cover too. Really dope. Spawn's still one of my favorite characters. I always love reading a new issue. If you haven't been reading Spawn, it's always a great jumping on point to do some of these, the anniversary issues, but also 351 would be a great jumping on point. All the compendiums, super easy to find if you want to get caught up on this book. But I love Spawn. We all love Spawn here at Comic Lounge. So go pick up this issue. And while you're at it, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time a new video drops. And on that note, I'm out.